All right. Can you hear me? Man, General Stripe is always, like, the first. So quick. I didn't actually check the camera. Okay, I think we're good. Hi! I'm not dead, despite your greatest of wishes, but for I am Walcom, I would say the Eternal, but clearly there's a time limit on that. How's your Saturday doing? Or if you want to be pedantic and you live on the other side of the planet, your Sunday. Can you guys hear me? Why is the chat frozen? Homely gifted 6 jewels. I still don't know what the hell those are, but thank you very much, Homely. Ha! I like that. Sanity is optional, Jeremy. Oh. Not gonna lie. I almost bounced out of this streaming setup too, but the wife insisted, so here we are. So thank her. Ugh. Excuse me. Lilap's firm low is low. I got one. Get one. Thank me later. Man, I hate people who try to have authority over me. I'm just kidding. I have one. I don't know how to use it, but I have one. That being said, the problem I have with that is that they initially told me they felt like the Lilaps was a finished product. That's why they removed the updater. And then they had to release an updater for it. It's cool. It's only like $10. And again, it shouldn't be that hard to use. I assume it goes through the battery connectors or something. I honestly don't know. That being said, that's absolutely way less end user friendly than what you get with like the standard one, or in the case, this guy. I still feel like this guy is one of the best I've ever used, but we'll see. I'm not going to directly compare them in the video because they're very similar. Either way you get, either way you go, you're going to be fine. Honestly, even the initial lightning is more than good enough. But you have the option. Put the chat a little bit so I'm not like looking through it. You touch the contacts to the updater near the dart sensor. Okay. I haven't asked how it works yet. I'm sure they'll tell me. I didn't even know they were sending it to me. Kind of glad I waited to do the video. I still don't like that for a couple of reasons. Like, hear me out on this one. One, they sent me an unfinished product claiming it was a finished product. So had I done my review early, like some people have, I would have looked like a complete idiot because just about everything I complained about would have already been fixed. And that is not fair. It's not fair to the company, but it's definitely not fair to the reviewer. The second thing is that, like, you could also just had the update to begin with. I know for a fact that Wi-Fi had to reduce that battery horrendously. But, like, you could have kept, like, this guy has a USB port. Like, so you charge the battery and you update the firmware through the blaster itself and it works perfectly fine. With the Lilaps, it don't. And that is something I'm not certain how I feel about that, but I'm glad I waited so I can give it its fair shake. And I got the metal trigger, which is pretty good. It's not perfect. It does feel a little crinkly. I don't know how to explain it. There's a lot of metal on metal going on. It just doesn't feel good. I haven't lubed it. I'm probably going to, but I was also afraid that might break the trigger somehow. Meanwhile, again, this works perfectly. So if this gets me the stream cut off, oh well, I'll take a break. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, to be perfectly honest. Sorry, I need caffeine. Kartai is here. I feel like it was rushed. I don't know. I have a hard time. So, like, it's really, how do I state this? I'm both very happy we have so many options now for sidearms. We basically had nothing. We got the Diana. Like, you could say, like, oh, but what about the oh god, the fly core pistols, the desert pigeon? Those are, any kind of 3D printed option is kind of very limited and very expensive. I think the Quick was still like a $250 blaster. And it was 3D printed. Granted, I still feel like the Quick is one of the better ones. The Quick is actually ridiculously good. I picked it up recently and ran a mag through it just for funsies, and I was blown away. Man, my phone's going crazy. The Diana was pretty good. It still had issues. My biggest issue with the Diana is that, like, I couldn't rattle off shots as fast as I could pull the trigger. That's horrible. I hate it when they do that in video games, and I really hate it when they do it to real things. So, it was good because it was basically the best option you could get, but it had its issues. The mag in front of the grip, I'm not a huge fan of because at that point it's primary. It's definitely not really a sidearm. I'm definitely over the era where we have strifes with magnetic holsters that cost us $100-something, and even then they still break all the time. Definitely over that era. Call me spoiled. That's fair. Classic for real. Nice to see you, Cass. Thanks for stopping in. Imagine if the Army went, oops, our bullets don't work anymore because they need a firmware update. I mean, that future probably isn't that far away, to be perfectly honest. As soon as there's legitimate advantages over using something like that over standard munitions and whatnot, it's going to change really quick. They'll accept crashes, like guns not working and stuff like that. You'll have a sidearm, who cares, over the advantages of having, like, smart bullets and stuff like that. You know, like the smart pistol from Titanfall. Like, they'll want that, trust me. What was I saying? So we got the Diana. It was pretty much the best option, and that went uncontested for like 2 years. The only thing that really came in against the Diana was something like the Venom Pro, which wasn't an upgrade over the Diana. It was just way cheaper. And then, of course, now we have the Thrasher, and now we have all these weird new options that are all very similar to the Diana. And the fact that all these options are so similar to the Diana does bother me. I don't know. You know, you can make the assumption that Diana was first, and the Diana was far from perfect. But you got the Lightning, and then right after that, you got the Aatrox, and then the Lilaps, and there's probably other ones out there I don't even know of. But those blasters are all so similar to the Diana, it's like all the Spider-Mans pointing fingers. That being said, hear me out. Every single one of those blasters is actually completely different inside. While the operations are the same, the way the companies get there, just, you know, they all have flywheels. They all have different pushing mechanisms, different flywheel motors and stuff like that inside them, different operating systems, different everything. The layout of the boards is completely different. All that stuff is different. So they are doing their own work. They're not just cloning and putting their name on it and calling it a different blaster. As far as I know. As far as that, that's the thing that has me so, like, worried, is that I'm going to do one of these videos and somebody's going to come out and like, oh, this is a carbon copy of this blaster. And I didn't know, but it's like, I can look at the Aatrox, I could look at the Lilaps, and I can look at the Lightning. And even though the Lightning and the Lilaps are from the same company, the boards between them are completely different. And the Diana, yeah, that's way different. So, if I was a savvy consumer right now, before I get my video out on the Aatrox and Lilaps, which is horrendously far behind, and I'm sorry, I hope to have all of this stuff figured out very, I should be filming right now, but I have plenty of time later on tonight to get some filming done, and I have so much time in the near future because I'm sitting here with a baby every day to get some editing done. I just haven't had time to film, because whatever time I have not running with the baby is doing the honeydews and stuff with the wife that I can't do when she's gone. It's been very, very difficult on me. I'm sorry. By the time she gets home at like 7:30, 8 p.m., I'm wiped. If you expect me to jump in front of the camera and be maniacally crazy, I just can't do it. I'm getting old. I need, like, she's been working overtime too because of her new position. So like the one day off we had, which was Wednesday, like, it just doesn't happen, man. Like, what the first thing we did in the morning was we went out and shopped because we had to get food. We had to get stuff for the baby. It's like, it's so difficult. I'll get there. I promise you, I will get there. I have a whole bunch of shelving up in front where my desk used to be up there. Now it's all shelves and so much more organized and easier for me to work on. And I'm just going to film a bunch of stuff, bring it down here, and edit it throughout the week. It should be fine. So we're almost there. I just don't like the fact with the Lilaps that they're like, oh, it's a finished product to me, and then they randomly send me a firmware updating tool. Sorry, I needed that. I'm jabbering too much. How you guys all doing? I'll read some comments while I wait for you guys to answer. Have you heard of the water company called Spyra? Yeah, I have. I've never used one. They don't really look that enthralling to me, though. Can you use the X-Shot Thrasher battery and the X-Shot AEB? I'm pretty sure they are the same thing. How is your battery puffing? Redneck, I'm pretty sure that the batteries themselves are lithium ion. You'd have to have shorted it. It's not lithium polymer. Oops, it's all Diana's. That's kind of how it feels, ICANN has. Anyone here design accessories for blasters that can be 3D printed? I mean, there's a ton of stuff out there, Sir Malcolm. I love water guns. Sadly, many of them haven't lasted due to the age of them. My Arctic Blitz still works, and I love the Ice Cube drum mag. That is kind of fun. The Aatrox is made by half the team from the Lightning. They were scorned. That's interesting. Didn't know about that. They are really jumping down my butt to get a video out, which is weird. It's one of those things, like, don't take this the wrong way, but it's like they sent product and got videos out of literally everyone. Why am I the one being like, hey, where's our video? Hey, where's the video? Here's where the video. It's like, I swear to you, I will get there. I have a son. He is very needy. Just recently finished building an X-Shot Micro V-Shooter. In short, I'm doing great. Well, that's good to hear, Phantom Boy. You're a dad now? I just found out I'm going to be a dad. Well, congratulations to you, Sir Malcolm. Trust me, it's very fun. I can tell you that like the first time that he was going to have a diaper change, right? The nurse comes in and she's like, hey, I'm here to change his diaper. And I told her, hey, can you show me how it's done? I would like to change the first diaper so I know what I'm doing. I, luckily, even though I had 2 nieces, had never had to change a diaper. And I literally took off the diaper and he pooped right into my hand. Like, full force. It was amazing. It was like catching a softball of poo. Welcome to fatherhood. That's good to hear, Redneck. Red chicken? Sorry, I don't know why I called you Redneck. Red chicken neck. Redneck chicken? Have you seen the new X-Shot Dart Drum? Dart Storm? Yes, I had a delivery this week. I thought might have been it. Maybe they aren't sending out review samples. I don't know. I have not heard anything about getting a Dart Storm. I have seen the Havoc. I didn't buy it. I was gonna. I kind of want to. I thought about it. It looked kind of cool. I'm really interested in it. I almost bought it. I think it was like 40 bucks though. I don't know if you remember how much it was. Hey, Hawkeye. X-Shot secretly released. They talked about that. Can you give me some actually unique blaster recommendations? Tired of pump action and mag and grip blasters. Britster, I don't exactly, but you're like, what's unique? You can have a pump action mag fed blaster that's unique. I have a couple of blasters. I really need to get these videos done too. But I had a whole series on blasters that were like, they're not, it's like one of those things where it's like, if you're tired of everything else, here's an option that's good. But it's like every single time you go off that path, it's going to be like more expensive than it needs to be. The one thing I have is that I did a short on it. So if you go to my channel and you look at shorts, it's the last short I did, and it was months ago. That pump action / bolt action thing, I love it, but good luck finding one. Pardon me. Bubbles. Calling X-Shot release secret is weird, given they didn't really say anything. That's kind of exactly how it goes on, Ebquintic. If X-Shot were to release a sequel to the AEB, what could they add change? They need to make one that's like the Edge. What is the name of that company? The Edge. The pistol one. That thing is really good. When it works, it freaking rocks. It's one of my favorite blasters of all time. I need to do the video on that. Well, it's about the EU, Sir Malcolm. I mean, it's kind of fun being a dad. It's going to be even more fun when... Yes, the quick edge. Thank you very much, Plain White Reds. It's a lot of fun when it's your... Like, you think about all the things that can be done as his little mind starts developing. I had fun, like, we went to Costco today, and he was, you know, sitting in the thing, and we had the shade open so he could see us and everything like that, and he was just staring at this lady, and I'm, like, looking at him, and I looked at where he was looking, I looked back at him, I'm like, what are you doing? And she looks over, and she sees him, and the second she looks over and sees him, he just starts giggling, like, mad and smiling, and he's just so darn cute when he does that, and it made her day. Thinking about waiting for the Repeater Pro instead of the Vulture? That's a safe bet, Bessic. Although I'm sure the Vulture can hit harder. Siren Mauler doesn't know my older brother maximum level. Siren Mauler still, I don't know why people are saying, like, oh, it's such a bad blaster. It went on discount for $15, and it's so terrible because the ergonomics are awful and you can't put a B-car on it. But it hits 280 FPS, but it's still awful. I just don't get it. That's something I will literally never understand, is how that notion is ever taken seriously in this hobby. Oh, here's a blaster that hits 300 FPS, but it looks like a rubber duck. But it hits 300 FPS, but it looks like a rubber duck, and it was so bad. When it came out, it cost $30, but it was so bad, nobody wanted the rubber duck. So now it's down to 12. And it's like, and when did this hobby stray from, I don't care, it hits 300 FPS and it looks like a rubber duck? I don't understand it. Thank you, Dark Reaper. It's amazing that people still don't know. But yeah, that's, I mean, I'm saying this in the most loving way. That's the bane of my existence. I have a baby. Exactly 42 blades, more rubber ducks. Yeah, the FPS is all that people care about. So all of a sudden we went to get a blaster that out of the box hits 280 FPS, and people are like, it's not good because the grip sucks and you can't put a B-car on it without taking it apart. So? Like, even the best of the best off store shelves are more expensive and hit weaker than the Siren Mauler. All I heard was Mauler was a hit or miss based on what you got. Well, all you had to do, every single one of it, and granted, this is not, I'm not excusing this, okay? There's a reason why Siren has been radio silent for years. All you have to do is take it apart and fix the turnaround. And then make sure it doesn't shear, like, pull off your O-ring. Like, those are the two problems that they all have, pretty much. Granted, I can't tell which one of mine was the one I did the review on, but I keep getting comments from people. It's like, oh, Walcom's such a shill because he was paid by Siren to make it look good, even though it's awful. Look at all these other reviewers saying it's awful. I'm like, well, first of all, look at all these other reviewers that were saying it's great and saying the same things I did. But for some reason, they never get any flack. That's so weird to me. Why is nobody else getting flack on that? That's so weird. It's almost also like those same creators went to Siren in person at an event and talked a bunch of crap about me, to the point where that guy came back to me. He's like, why are all your friends talking crap about you? And I went like, dude, they're all messed up. I don't know what to tell you. That's why I don't talk to them anymore. But I can't fake that video. Everything you saw in that video was what happened. Like, oh, I put CO2 canisters in my Mauler and got 280 FPS, and I drilled the same part of the target like 5 times in a row. That actually happened. So I'm sorry if the product you got wasn't the same as mine. I can't do anything about that. I can't expect every single time a company sends me a product a month or two early for me to get these supercharged good samples and for the ones that come out on store shelves to be bad. I'm still confused because X-Shot called the spin shot the brake barrel when I got it in my hands. And on their social media, I just saw somebody in my Discord posted like a link to one of the Siren or X-Shot videos. It says brake barrel. But I just picked up a brake barrel off a store shelf because I wanted a second one that was finally out. It's called the spin shot. I'm really confused about that. I don't know. And the other thing that really bothers me about the X-Shot one was like the fact that my Long Shot 2.0 said 200 FPS, hit 200 FPS. But all the ones on store shelves say 160. That's weird. Oh, you left the Nightingales. So that's the thing. You're right. I completely forgot about the Nightingale, I'm Quintic. You are 100% right. I also completely forgot the Nightingale exists most of the time. I never even got the Nightingale, too. The last blaster I bought was a blaster corn from a partner. She could brandish it to roommates' kids when they acted up. I think that's fair. Again, one of my favorite blaster releases of the last 5 years is the Double Punch. I want more blasters of the Double Punch. The Repeater Pro is, I believe, 2 6-round tube mags. You don't have to believe me. I don't have proof of that. But you should, because that's what I was told. I never judge reviewers. You didn't deserve like how Mongoose Jake was dunked on. There's a lot that I could talk about with that. I'm not gonna, because it's not my place, but yeah. Brushless wheelers and a brushless sidearm area. Honestly, there is a lot to be said. Like, when it comes to a side... so, I love the Lightning. I think the Lightning is a fantastic blaster. I thought the Diana was fantastic. I love the Aatrox. Definitely try to get these while they're on the discount, okay? Seriously. Once I do the video, let's say Monday, Tuesday at the latest, they're going to run out of the early bird ones. They're going to shoot up in price. I can't... It's Kickstarter. You're gambling your money. I have no reason not to trust these guys to deliver, considering I already have multiple physical examples. There are multiple videos out there already, and they have literal video of the production process going on. I'm pretty sure it'll be fine, right? So it's safe to assume it will be okay. And since they already have all these done, safe to say their deadlines are very consistent as well. But I can't promise that. It's Kickstarter. That being said, I really like the Aatrox. There's one thing I don't like about this blaster, and that is, like, the vent covers are neat. I don't think that's even as a guy with the long hair, I don't really feel like the open-ish flywheels are a huge problem. That's me. This trigger guard's awful. Not only is it off-centered, but if you're holding it left-handed, this digs into your finger bad. Right-handed, it's no big deal, but this is really sharp for no reason. And that's a fail to me. I know why they did it. They wanted to have room for the charger port. I would have just cut the whole thing down. Made it, like, really thin on both sides, not asymmetrical. That's my only complaint. Trigger response time, customization, performance are all excellent. Battery life is really good. It looks, feels amazing. It does work. Somebody told me it didn't work with, like, this is this a Thrasher mag? Like, it works. It doesn't, it's a little too tight, but okay, I'm sorry it's not perfect. This is, like, I wouldn't call it, like, should it be viable with these magazines? Like, perfect, like, works fine? Yeah, it should, and it's not. Even with, like, the Lightning mags, it's like, it's very tight. It works fine, but yeah, it could be a lot smoother. But with its own mags, fine. But it's not that it doesn't work. If that's an issue for you, I understand. For somebody like me, I don't find that to be a huge disappointment. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sitting here like, oh my god, it doesn't work. I've never in a match just been running around and been like, oh god, and just drop my mag on the ground. These things are usually anywhere from like $9 to $20 a piece. I'm not saying this specific one, but magazines are not cheap, and they're also like the first thing to get stolen. I've had mags stolen from me. I've had blasters stolen from me. You know what I mean? Like, so I usually, if I'm doing a mag change, I'm putting that thing in a pocket. I'm not just dropping it on the ground. Whatever. I will have my video up very soon, but I think it's fantastic. I would buy one before the prices go up, even more. They have like a 3D printed adapter they sent me. It never worked, so I can't show it off. Do you prefer the hobby to go more realistic in style, more sci-fi? More sci-fi future. I don't mean sci-fi like frickin' ray guns. I mean sci-fi like what you see in like a like Doom or Call of Duty or Destiny or something like that. X-Shot's got it figured out. X-Shot stuff looks fantastic. Why do I have 12 messages on Discord? What was I gonna do? I was gonna make sure my music was looping. Okay, we're good. If you want the perfect blaster, mod one. Yeah, but modding is so out of vogue now, Hawkeye. We don't mod anymore. I like how the original Nexus Pro X is a cheaper version being the Pro X2. Same thing with different colors with one mag. It's arguably a worse option in a lot of ways. It's the same blaster, different furniture, which is a plus or minus depending on how you look at it. No B-car and only one mag. It's fine. When are you going to start your chess career? I hate chess. I hate chess. I don't like chess. It's not my kind of game. Chess is not a reactionary game, and I don't like that. I like reaction and planning 40 steps ahead, stuff like that. I don't like that. It's not my thing. You can say that's, oh, you're just not smart enough. Fine. I never claim to be a smart person. I'm stupid, but I much vastly prefer games where you react to what's going on rather than you just, oh, they move this, I move this, and you play, oh, that's the Cornish hen opening. I'm gonna counter it with my Scots. Yeah, there we go. And like, it's stupid. I hate that. I don't know why. I don't know why that game's fun. I really don't. It's like piloting a deck, I guess you could say, but games like card games, you're reacting. Like you have to play turn by turn using what resources you have to play. That being said, if we're talking like card games, I don't like combos. I think combos in card games are stupid. I think it's the worst part of any card game because everybody who plays like Magic the Gathering and Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff now, just like, draw 7 cards, didn't get what I want, mulligan. Draw 6 cards, didn't get what I want, mulligan. Draw 7, okay, I guess I'll play this because I can't go anymore. I'm just going to keep playing until I get my combo. I got my combo! I play 3 mana, I kill you instantly, I win the game! Or, oh, first turn win, I kill you instantly, I win the game. It's so stupid. We're not playing a game. Like, we're just waiting until you get what you built your deck around and then you win. Like, how is that fun? How is it fun where it's like, I have 1 win condition and I play the game until I get that 1 win condition, haha, and if I lose before that, it's like, oh, well, I didn't get my combo, so that's why you won. And if you shut down their 1 combo, they're like, oh, well, I forfeit because my 1 combo is done. Maybe somebody's like, oh, well, I have an alternate win condition with this other combo I can do. It's stupid. Let's just play the freaking video game. What happened to drawing cards being like, oh, hey, wait, I could do this? And not like, oh, I don't have the 3 cards I need for a combo. That sucks. I hate this game. I just don't like that. I don't find that fun. Same thing like playing a video game. Like fighting games are really bad about this. Fighting games are fishing for a hit, and then when you get that hit, you just repeat the combo, and then go back to whoever gets the first hit. Oh, I got a hit! Oh, combo, 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 combo! Oh, I got the first hit, combo, combo! It's over. How's that a fun game? How is that fun? You just do the same thing over and over. The difference in fighting games is you do little pokes until you get that hit, and then you can change them into an 18-hit combo. It's stupid. Remember when fighting games were fun? It's like, gosh. Like, come on, like, we've devolved so far from fun. Like, we just don't... Games and everything used to be so fun, and I swear to God, all these developers dropped the age of, like, the point of entry so low, and that's just like, oh, here's a combo, here's a combo, here's a combo, here's a combo, here's like, oh, there's 3 combos. Well, only one of them in the entire game is any good. You have 400 different like things, and people will find the one thing that works, and everybody will use that one thing. And if they ever nerf that one thing, then people rage. Oh, I can't do the one thing anymore. Oh, why don't we just buff up the 399 other things instead of nerfing the one thing? Don't nerf the one thing. It's like, what was it? Slay the Spire 2? It's like, hey, we're gonna nerf this combo. And everyone's like, no, you can't nerf the combo. I love playing the same card over and over and quitting runs when I don't get that until I get to the very, it's like, come on, guys. Like, I can't be the only one that's tired of this crap. That's why Nerf is fun, right? Because it's like, no matter what blaster you have or what you're doing, it's always essentially that it's a 1 dart tap. So virtually everything is viable. And honestly, if it's not viable, it's probably down to the area you're playing in. Because you can have a very poorly designed area to play in that very much makes things easier than others. One of the things I hate about Splatoon 3, because I played that quite a bit because I had a kid and I couldn't really do anything else but sit in front of the TV with him. Splatoon 3's map design is so atrocious that it like heavily favors like a weapon that can just sit in one spot all game and ruin it. And it's just like it, and then if you're playing that one weapon, you are solely dependent on how like the average IQ of the other 3 people on your team. Because if all of them are terrible, or you guys, let's not even say terrible, let's say everybody's the same skill level, if those 3 don't mesh with you in any fashion, the whole team falls apart. And you just have to be, if you're like the backliner, you have to be that much better. And if you're a frontliner, you have to be hoping that your backliner's actually doing something. But every single map is like, there's a spawn point, you jump down from the spawn point and you sit in front of the spawn point and there's only one entrance or exit out of the spawn point into the center of the arena. So you fight into that. And that's all you do. So that person's literally just going to stand there all game with like a sniper rifle that nobody else can even remotely look at and just pick people off all game. And it's like, you're either dying, you're like, oh, I'm having a great time having all these fights, zooming around, doing all the squid things, and then you just go pop, and the camera zooms over to the sniper rifle on the other side of the map that can't be touched no matter what. Or you just steamroll everybody because it's like 5 or 6 v2 because half their team isn't doing anything. It's like, that's what I mean. Hiding? Isn't that from that one game? Your spin shot skips shots a lot. Does yours? Well, hey, we can find out. Ugh. I have one here. How many of you want me to open it and see if it skips shots? And see, it's a spin shot. This is actually a spin shot, not a break barrel. Love you too, Taylor. Splatoon 3, you're as good as your other 3 teammates. I would, yeah. I think the actual skill of Splatoon 3 is how well you can adapt to your team. If you can't do that, then you're screwed. It almost doesn't matter how good you are. And I made that because it's like, you can go 26-0 and still lose in Splatoon 3. I love Splatoon 3's and the maps do get lots of rework. The maps are really so limiting. They're terrible. I played it mostly from April to June, and it's awful. The maps in Splatoon 3 are awful. I don't think there's a single one I enjoy playing on. Playing with my Fury X just essentially uses a musket load shotgun. I mean, it's MagFed. You don't have to musket load it. What's with the jewels? Thank you very much, Classic Crew, with the 2 jewels. And thank you very much, Nexus, for the 10 jewels. I still don't know what... Is that like $1? Is that $2? I have no idea what that means. It's apparently... even on their own marketing, they call it a break barrel. But the one I have says spin shot, right? I think other people got a spin shot. The only correct Fury mod is a hardball kit. I really should reprint that. I already printed out one, but I feel like I should print out another one and try it again. That's not a very hard mission, Donna. There's only like 6 of them. I got a Bamboo Labs A1. I'm setting up now. That's a really nice printer. I really like my A1. I still use it all the time. And I have a what's that thing called? A carbon. Yeah, I don't really know. It's weird. The one I bought for off-seller sales, I didn't even realize it's spin shot. I just picked up like, oh my god, they have one, and I picked it up. I didn't even look at it. Apparently, it's like literally a penny. Okay, I have to change it to where you can't donate a penny and get a message on screen. That's not fair. I like playing Undercover Bro. I hate to say anything like peak crap, because that was my favorite weapon in Splatoon 2. Because it's not a shotgun with a shield. What's not to like? My god, is it unmitigated garbage in Splatoon 3. But honestly, I would almost credit that to everything else being so overtuned. top 10 and so I honestly haven't played X-Rank, not for any particular reason. I was like 2,000 plus power on everything in Splatoon 2. I've only played, S+7 I think is the best. S+8 I think is what I was last season. I'm like S+1 right now. I mean, I'm not the greatest at the game, I would say. I would seriously, Ronan, I would look at the Longshot 2 before buying a Zebra. Because I think the Longshot 2 is like a quarter of the price, a third of the price, and it's basically the same blaster. If you buy a Longshot 2 and then a barrel upgrade and a spring upgrade for a Zebra and threw those in a Longshot 2, you would be just as good. The Longshot 2 is, the Zebra is better built, but you can also go through 3 Longshot 2s before you reach the cost of 1 Zebra. Is the spam still viable? Okay, Joe, you're saying 2 different things here. You're saying, is the spam viable? I wanted to make one for my younger son. I don't really think those 2 concepts go together. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with a spam. Although, that being said, and unless you said you wanted to make one, if you want to make one, you should make one. If you want a blaster similar to a spam, but you don't have to make one, you've got like the unicorn, more appropriate, you look at the Gnarl. The Siren Gnarl is very much like a spam. Honestly better because it's a pull prime. There are other options that you could get. The off the shelf, you could also get like a Dart Zone or an Adventure Force Aeon Pro X. That's also basically a spam. And those are all like, 150 to 200 FPS blasters. They're not as sleek, but they're also not 3D printed. And you also don't have to build them, and they're probably cheaper. Spams aren't exactly super cheap. That's kind of what I mean, is that like anything is viable. Honestly, anything is viable. I wouldn't want to bring 120 FPS to a 250 FPS game, but you could. You absolutely could. And yeah, you might not dominate with it, but the 1 person or 2 people you get tagged out when they're using like the most expensive gear they can find, that's what that's for. And you can have a lot more fun doing that. That's the kind of way I like to play. I savor my tags. I like having good tags. I like using like bows and stuff like that because it's just so much more fun to me. I could grab any other blaster and play like everybody else. That's not fun to me. So I think those concepts kind of bump. If you want to build one, especially for your kid, then do it. But if you want something like a spam that isn't expensive, you don't have to build it yourself, and honestly will probably be a lot more durable with maybe some more upgrade potential, there's a couple of different things out there for you. So either way, you're good. The issue with the undercover umbrella is folks think you play it one way, but the correct way is radically different. Alternia is a top 100 player. She shows how to do it right. I'd have to look that up. I really like the undercover umbrella in Splatoon 2. I can't even. I have some clips somewhere of like wiping out entire teams multiple times over with it. That playing those is really hard. I've tried to use just the normal. I think I use the recycle umbrella. It's hard. Oh my god! It's like that. I think they're bad. They ink really good. They're almost a one-shot most of the time, but like you have to have like. You can't just grab that weapon and go into a match and expect to win. You have to vibe with your team the right way. It's like, because I play mostly mini Splatling, which like is really good if you have just a team that can capitalize on you constantly spamming specials and constantly inking everything. I basically have to choose a player when I'm playing a mini Splatling, and I just have to walk behind them the entire game. If I don't do that, I'm going to lose. Wish I could use zing bows in a game. Yeah, no, those things will break noses. I'm probably gonna get a Blitz Hammer soon. I almost picked that up too. I wonder if I should have picked up a Blitz Hammer. There's also the hand on the name. I normally don't mention 3D printed blasters, Vesic. If you have a 3D printer, go for a 3D printer blaster option. If you do not have a 3D printer, do not get a 3D printed blaster. Especially with the way prices are nowadays, I feel really bad trying to, hey, you should pick up a Hannah. How much is a hardware kit for a Hannah? It's like $200. Yeah, exactly. It's like, why the would you ever do that? Even if it was $100, it's too much. Oh, well, it's only $60 if you have the 3D printer. Well, therein lies your problem. 3D printers, especially when it's like, I want you to think about this real carefully. I'm not throwing any actual print company out there. It's not 2018 anymore. If you go to Target, you can buy a Bamboo Labs A1, and with zero anything, you plug it in, you run the filament into the thing, you do the setup on the screen, and you run a bench sheet. I bet you it'll print it perfectly the first time. If it doesn't, pack it back up, take it back to Target, get another one. Once you do that, any of these, like, it's so easy. You can literally just like, oh, how do I print a whatever it is? Let's say it's an Old Fuchsia's Design handle, which looks really cool. I really do want one. Take one of those, you drag the parts into the plate, and you hit auto rotate, enable support, only touching print bed most of the time. And you can, like, most of the time, those like Old Fuchsia Designs will tell you what settings you need to print them. And if they're a really good designer, they will already have bamboo plates set up when you buy the files or whatnot. So you literally just open it up and the bamboo's like, oh, you got an A1, here it is, done, boom. It's already ready to go because it was already designed by the designer to do that. That's something I said when I said it's time to buy a 3D printer. And Maker World, you know they didn't get this from me. They were already planning on doing it. But let me go to Maker World right now. Really quick. If you haven't been there recently, whatever you feel about Bamboo Labs, don't care. The point is, like, you can go to, like, you can see a project on their front page. Oh, here's whatever it is, a thing that it's obviously not entirely 3D printed. They will let you buy the hardware from Maker World. Like, you can just, like, they have a hardware thing. And even if you go to like you go to Target and you go to buy an A1, they have a bunch of like hardware kits for toys and stuff already there. But like, let's type in NERF Blaster. Let's see if there's anything there. Alcohol Nerf cannon. Well, that sounds like fun. Smiley lever action. Well, this is not going to have it, but if I were to download this smiley lever action, whatever it is, it's going to have the plates already pre-made for me. So, like, if I had a hardware kit, which you could buy a smiley hardware kit, then you could just download these things. You could sit right here. It says print profile. You can click A1. It tells you how much time, how many plates, and what colors you'd want. Done. It's already set up. You don't have to do anything. So, like, why the hell would you pay somebody $300+ for a smiley or a smiley hardware kit when you could just go buy a printer for a little bit more and wait a day or two longer to print it out? Like, you can start printing it now, and by the time your hardware kit arrives, you already have all the parts printed out. Like, it doesn't take any effort. There is nothing these stores are doing besides having hardware kits, which, by the way, a lot of these stores now are tweaking hardware kits to match and tweaking blaster designs, so you have to use their hardware kits. And like, we were like so against that, but now I'm seeing it more and more from people. But like, the whole point is like, it's very common, right? So, but just go, if there's something online, like if you want to support officially a creator, blaster downloads, I don't know who they are, never talked to them. There's a bunch of different designers that I know that are on there though, like Domoshevsky. They sell their files on there for $7-8. Lead Dynamics, never talked to them. Keep hyping them to the moon because everything they make is fantastic. And boom, done. The Lead Dynamics thing. It's like, oh, what do you need for the Lead stuff? Let me show you the entire hardware kit for 99% of what you get from Lead Dynamics. It's right here. That's all you need. And you need like a foot of this. This will make like, I can outfit an entire army with this $10 spool of Lead and a roll of printer filament. Right? Seriously. Like, just print your own blasters. Like, it's not hard. Oh, it's a bad idea to recommend people buy 3D printers. Maybe they don't have the money or the space. Like, it's fine. You're not into 3D printed blasters. Buy off the shelf stuff. The second you think you want a 3D printed blaster, you're going to want to look into a 3D printer. The only time that doesn't work, and this is something that I'm tossed up on, is when you can't get the files because the designer wants to protect their intellectual property, so they license it out to stores. That is something that is both good and bad. And I fully stand behind designers that want to protect their property, but I also think it's kind of a scummy move when you don't let anybody just print your stuff. I wish there was a good way around that. I don't think there is. Honestly, I'm halfway torn between platforms like Maker Worlds selling like one-time or limited time use licenses and having people like once you print it once and you verify it was okay, or it like some way for it to know if something was okay or not. I don't know. Maybe one important file in the thing has like a limited time use on it. I don't know. I wish there was something like that, but it's like when you talk about doing stuff like that, people get really uncomfortable. There are some people that are like to the moon and back. All they want is everything open source. And I get that, but I've done minimal designing myself. It takes a long time. It takes a long time for people to get this kind of stuff done. So I'm all for those people getting their money, right? How many freaking, calibers did Captain Slug sell? He got his money. He likes money. And that was an open thing, but that was also way back in the day. There wasn't a whole lot of other options. Now there is. So where are we going from here? And that's something that, like, I'm not the right person to have that conversation about, but it's something that needs to be said, is that, like, even if you don't want to go that direction, there's so many things out there that you can print out that you might as well just, like, buy a printer. And especially when it's like you can get the A1 from Target for $209, I think it was. Yeah. Ugh. Agreed. My non-pro Sentinel, Destructor, and Trailblazer with emergency skins. I play tag somebody out with 400. Yeah, again, you can do whatever. You don't need to have the greatest, best thing. That's the biggest problem with 3D printed blasters. You can find something on store shelves for 1/3 the price and nice injection molding. That is, so I agree with you on this, Ghost Manta, but I would also say it's like, that's good. There should be off-the-shelf options. My husband just chopped and modified a fuzzy walrus into Firefly into a super shorty. Well, those are hard to get. Not gonna say I haven't thought about doing it though. Melissa, I'd love to see a picture of it because I've thought about doing it. I have like 4 Fireflies myself, and I want a Serbu super shorty, like with a folding grip. I've thought about it. I've worked it out in my head to do it. Are you able to mod a Rage Fire with a 3S LiPo? Yeah, you can. Hey, Noah. How's the Doom cannon working out for you? I mean, I haven't used it for more than like the video, but it was fine during the video. 3D printed blasters are challenging in Europe. You have to find compatible metric hardware. That's funny because a lot of us complain over here about finding metric hardware because a lot of the designs come out of like Singapore and stuff like that. They're all in metric. They're not in standard. Should I go to Ragnaroktoberfest? That's up to you. I can spend 60 hours designing a kit so I have something to make something. I try to make it fair. No, I think designers should get all the money they can. I wish my library was big enough to have a 3D printer. Again, I don't think you need to rely. If you spend more than $200 a year in blasters, you could go really far with a 3D printer. The Discord link not working? It's discord.gg/nerf. When does that not work? You're telling me that doesn't work now? Discord.gg/nerf. No, it works. How could that not work? Yeah, are you banned? You might be banned. The heat affects glue, so the summer's killed a few of my darts. They'll kill more than darts. Like, if you leave a 3D printed blaster out in the sun, it'll melt. Especially if it's a black plastic. I've had, like, I left something sitting out on my deck one day. I came back, it was completely warped. It was made out of, like, the carbon fiber PLA. Yes, Melissa, I'd love to see a picture of that. If you could, like, post it in the Discord and tag me. What would you recommend for a designer to balance money and credit? I'm not quite sure what you're asking, Jeremy. Why do you think we don't get more low hardware blasters? They're hard to design. And they're also like, nothing against Elite Elite Dynamics, but like how many Elite Elite Dynamics blasters survive like long term? Because he uses pins instead of like screws. Like, I feel like I have 3D printed blasters from like the dawn of 3D printing in the hobby that have still performed flawlessly. And I have stuff that I used for like a year that stopped working. So, I don't know. Maybe they're fine. Maybe they're not. I'm not sure. People have already made custom cylinders. Yeah, Radioactive sent a bunch. Ugh. Ontos. Yeah, Ontos is really good. Ontos is a really good option. Which reminds me I need to send out Solinus's. I've had his forever. Do you think there are going to be any more releases from any of the major brands this year? I would expect there to be some. We haven't seen... Granted, there might not be any. It's actually really concerning. I'm a little worried about Dart Zone Pro at Target. Because the Targets I went to have really pared down their Nerf section. But this might be the reset before, like, October. Usually October, November, there's another reset to get ready for Christmas. And maybe that will get some shelf space back, but... I have seen 0 Dart Zone product on Target store shelves. They clearanced out everything, and then they didn't replace it. Now, we know there are options. We've seen, like, the MK4X. We've seen all the recolors. Like, we know there's Dart Zone product. They might all be, like, web releases, which would kill the company, I would think. Because you can't beat, like, floor space, but maybe, I don't know. And from what I know is that, like, the companies, like, you present the product to the company or the company contacts you and they decide if they want to carry it or not. And if that's why, like, some products make it to Walmart, others don't. I'm not sure. I have no clue. I'm a bit worried about Buzzbee not saying anything for a while. I have a Mayhem skewer. I'll do a video on. Just let me know the shipping cost. While I have you here, because I was literally looking at this last night, what is there 2 screws near the receiver, like where the mag goes in, that I can separate it? I'm trying to figure out a box for it, which is really, realistically, the hardest thing about shipping literally anything. I've got plenty of foam. I've got bubble wrap. It's just like trying to fit it in a box, and I could probably fit it. If you want to pay the shipping, I can make sure it's really well protected in a fair sized box. But if you probably want to save a good amount of money, because I didn't build it. That's one of the biggest problems. There has to be like screws that can come apart to split the thing in half, right? If there is, that's good. If not, I'll figure something out. If Dart Zone goes completely digital, I think that's a problem. I also feel like, because, like, is there a subsidization that happens when they sell it through Walmart and Target? Because the stuff they sell on their website is way more expensive for what you get than what they sell on store shelves. But they're also not holding to a lot of things, so they can put more fun stuff on their website. And if Dart Zone is willing to work with content creators, I feel like there's a lot that could happen. I would pay dirty amounts of money to, like, I want a Volcanic Pro with a fold-down locking tiny pump action that folds back up. Like, I want a blaster that does that in general, but that's something like, I want basically like the most minimalist pump action 200 FPS I could get. It's possible that shelf space is extremely competitive. X-Shop undercuts. You know, I call almost BS about that, Grim, because my Target has expanded to double aisles of just Zuru and all these other company blind box BS. And I highly doubt that's super competitive. I don't know why there needs to be an entire aisle of blind box stuff. That is disgusting. Did you see the Rebel Ops leaks? Yeah, it's bad. It's Nerf. I bought a Seagull and 3 days later found out the Ontos existed. I wouldn't put it that far, ASGX. Ontos is good. I stand by the Ontos. I think it's... Here's the thing with the Ontos. if you have a printer, the Ontos is absolutely by far the best blaster you can print out. Like, the Elite and other stuff is really good. But if you want, like, endgame, like, this is like finding a broken weapon. It's like, you ever played, like, Dark Souls, and you, like, stood on the bridge shooting the dragon's tail until you got that sword off the dragon's tail, like, you cheesed it, and that one sword carried you through, like, 70% of the game because it was just so good? That's what the Ontos is. It's that dragon sword that came off the tail of the dragon. That's what the Ontos is. It's not the best, but you could use it till the end of the game. But the stuff you buy off, like, a Seagull, is like, you can take that thing and throw it off your roof and it would survive. Like, it's a fine blaster. Nobody's going to tell you a Seagull is a bad blaster. What you're paying for with the Seagull is the fact that it's like a very high quality, higher quality. 3D print stuff is awesome. You leave it in your car one day and it's going to melt. The Seagull's not going to have that problem. That's why I don't like adding, like, oh, here's this thing. Here's these 3D printed vents. Like, I hate that. This bothers the hell out of me. Because this'll melt and break off. The rest of this won't. It's just like, oh, you can just 3D print this new thing and slam it inside your blaster. It's like, dude, I hate doing that so much. If it's all 3D printed, fine. But when it's not all 3D, when it's just injection molded, it's fine. You mix the two and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. That's me. All blind box gotcha gambling garbage, no good blasters. That's kind of how it feels, Fireforger. I do have a printer. Well, that's on you then. Sell your Seagull and just print it on this. Are you the superhero movie guy? No. Like, almost not at all. Sorry. Just want a good lever action blaster. Hopefully the Repeater Pro is good. But the thing is, it's going to be a Dart Zone website exclusive. Yeah, let's go, Nicholas. How are you? Nice to see you in the stream. You're fine. You can. Oh, he doesn't look too excited. Oh my god, I know it's bright. Hey, look at you. Look at you. You're on the screen. Look. Are you looking? I think he is looking at himself. Where's your baby? Where's your baby? Where's your baby? He's like, I just woke up. I just woke up. Come on. Give the internet a... I'm trying not to scare you, buddy. Give the internet a smile. Yeah. Baby. There we go. You guys smile a little bit. As he knocks down my mouse. Come on. How are we doing, Renton? Oh. You smell like a baby. Yes, you do. It's amazing what 3D printers can do this way. I know, right? He legit looks bigger. I know. That's the baby way. You actually had quite the cute baby. The funniest thing, maybe she doesn't think it's funny, but I remember this so well. It's like right before, like when she was in like, you know, the 9th hour of like about to have a baby, and I'm cuddling up to her, and she's in pain. I'm like, look, don't hold it against me if he comes out looking fugly. All right, just I don't know what to tell you. And everybody says he's super cute. I know the lights are bright. That's probably what's upsetting you, huh? Oh. Huh? What are you looking at? What you looking at? Huh? You wanna play with my watch? Huh? You wanna play with my watch? I did print this baby. He's made out of... Oh, there's a smile! He's made out of the cheapest filament you can buy off Amazon. Actually, I got the filament from Temu. You should made a baby. What's up, buddy? You wanna play with the Jigglypuff? He legit plays with the Jigglypuff the way I play with the Jigglypuff. Come on. Yep, he's gonna spin the Jigglypuff. Exactly what I do. So I'm pretty sure you're my son. Fairly certain. Yeah. Yes. Anyway, this is a baby. This is the bane of my existence, but I love him. That repeater should be coming out in September, Fireforger. Sorry, I'm trying not to scare the crap out of my baby because I'm a boisterous coconut. I mean, you can't take the Jigglypuff off. You can play with it. He will also clock you without even thinking twice. Does he have a favorite Pokemon? I mean, I don't want to... Look at that baby drool. I don't want to jinx anything, but it might be Jiggles, the puff. Hey, honey bunny, could you get me a wipe? Or like a rag? Yeah. He's drooling. Nice, I'm a baby. I'm gonna drool because I am the baby. Just don't puke on me on camera. I mean, you can, it would be funny. Well, it's a baby. This is the king right here. He will be the king of Nerf. Definitely will be. Yes. You will be the greatest Nerfer. She gave birth to the king. He's like trying to like kick something. How's his wife doing? She's doing great. She's been busy with work. Oh, she's right there. Does he smell like... I don't know, he smells like baby. What brand filament do I typically use? Whatever the cheapest stuff off Amazon is. It's these... Oh. This is a baby. I can't wait till he's talking. Yes. I mean, everybody keeps saying that, James. Also, nice to see you. Thanks for coming out. Best equipped Nerfer? Yes, I will make sure he has everything. He will be the greatest. He's the king of Nerf. Will I be hurt? No, actually, I'll be fine with that. I don't want to, like, force my kid to be liking the same things I like. I definitely don't want that. Like, I don't have any interest in most sports, so if he's interested in sports and stuff, I'm gonna make sure that he's really into that. What will be his first Nerf gun? Whatever his little heart desires. Ugh. So this is most of my days, actually. I sit here, I hold him like this, and we watch Top Gear. We're on season 12. Good stuff. First baby with a Moab. Oh, baby-sized Moab. Sulfur added a pistol minigun. That's what we need. Don't let him eat the dark. You don't want to eat dark. You're a baby. Would you like being a babo? Huh? Where's your little babo? Where's your magazine? Baby mag? A mag for the baby? Yeah. What you gonna do with that, buddy? What you gonna do with the magazine? What you think about that, huh? It's full of darts. You see those darts? That is your bread and butter right there. They go into the domes of your enemies. I feel like he understands One Piece more than I do. Probably does. Yeah. Wealth, fame... Don't. Wealth, fame, power. Gold Roger, king of the pirates, attained this and everything else the world had to offer. And his last words sent countless souls to the seas. Oh! Yeah, you kick that desk, baby. It's like sitting in a mid-range, decent-sized park. The Seagull's gray, but it's just shy of what I need. Yeah, that's fair. Like, the Seagull is not a long-range option. It's a very nice mid-range option. What's his favorite food so far? These teether, like, cracker things. Honey, you want to bring me one of those teether crackers? Thank you. I think she said, yeah, I couldn't really hear her. Here, you want this camera? You want to play with this camera? Yeah. Look at that. What's that? Just, instantly in his mouth. Yeah. Yes. Was that fun? Yep. Yum. Rusks. Alright, here we go. I know you'll want this more. Watch his eyes light up. That's my son. You got a hair of mine, buddy? Yeah, new teeth on that. Okay, Fireforger, love you. Lego will bankrupt me faster than anything. I'll have to sell most of my Nerf collection to get the Legos. And it's not a very good return rate.
Might need some rice to keep his face.
Oh, okay.
He'll get his face.
How do you feel about Airsoft? Because I can tell you, I don't really like it. But, I mean, see, the problem with Airsoft is, like, if you want, like, oh, I want realistic, then, yeah, that's what you get. But everything else, Airsoft, it's so much better in Nerf. Yes, this is baby. Wait until he's old enough to... I mean, it's coming. Yes. When your baby brain starts working. And I have to actually worry about what I say. That's going to be the hardest thing for me. I've got to watch every word I say, because you're going to be like a little sponge. And I don't want you going to school and, you know, cussing out kids on the playground. I'm a little scared to put him in videos, because YouTube punishes you for stuff like that. Like child endangerment and stuff like that. So I haven't even thought about it, to be perfectly honest. I don't know how Danny got away with it. We were just talking about this earlier today. He's like, just wait until you can start putting him in videos. I'm like, isn't that bad? Not at Bricks and Minifigs. We have a store down on the waterfront called Brick Alley. And I'm like, you guys should just change your name to Not Bricks and Minifigs. Yeah, they mimic everything you say. And see, that's a problem. Yeah, it's a problem for Dad. I gotta make sure that I don't corrupt him. AIs will scrape his face. So there's a picture of him. I think I've posted it before in my Discord, but it's like, it's the coolest baby photo ever, but it looks like AI. It's so perfect. I am getting lots of tags in Discord that I can't deal with right now. Nerf and stuff. Is this the picture of the thing? No. You okay? He got excited. Is that a genuine Nerf baby? It's a genuine Nerf baby. He will not take a Nerf blaster to school, I promise. How many blasters have you been sent that you're yet to review? A lot. As soon as I can make content. There's a lot. What FPS is that baby? 1,000,000. Does he have a smart AR? No, he's fully moddable. He's like, yeah. Yes, I am. I'm gonna eat the crap out of this cracker. You can't stop me. Does he have to do that weird dad stuff on camera? Yes. We do not gnaw on our baby's ear. No. Piece of advice my old when we were looking at our first out. He said they're blank book. Don't write a Stephen King novel. I mean, Stephen King's. I have to hate Maine first of all, but would it be so bad if he was a best-selling, you know, New York Times bestseller? Can I ask things about Nerf and not the baby? Well, yeah, he's just a... It's like Kaya, except for he doesn't have a shock collar on because I'm not a psycho. But he'll be shocked to hear that. But the Flip 32 is going to be my first lever action. They at least dropped the price on Amazon to $40. I mean, that's not an awful price, but yeah. Rented place. Reaching off screen. Yeah, it's like, oh, Walcom can talk without screaming. Guys, I've tried my hardest. I don't want to scare the crap out of my son. This is a baby. This is a little baby. So yeah, this is most of my day right here. I've practiced this a lot. Also, you play RuneScape with one hand, which is great. So I had to resubscribe to RuneScape, which I completely forgot about. I had it in the background because I was AFK training. You know, Gem Crab, come join me. It's great. World 409. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. Now I gotta go find a gem crab all over again. Walcom, you're supposed to use Slayer to train your stuff. You're not wrong. The only reason why I'm not is because I need higher stats. I want to max out my combat to do bosses. It's like a 18% difference if I were to max out my defense, so that's what I do. Would the Griffin work at a park size? Yeah. I mean, again, all flywheelers are mid-range. All flywheels are rushing, actually. They're I wouldn't say close. I would say close. Yeah, we could say that flywheelers are closer range blasters. They're rushers, pushers, stuff like that. They also lock down area pretty okay. But no, actually no. I think springers are better at locking down area. The Nerf grenades are fun, but games generally won't let you use them, Rohin, because they're a danger. What happened to your cracker? You eat it all? Is your Nerf baby a shotgun? I don't know. He hasn't chose his class yet. Have a good night, James. Thanks for stopping by. I don't have a friend holding me at a gun that wants to fix 3 Nerf mags that he got off eBay. How do I open them? I mean, mags are usually glued together. Oh my god.
Let's rock.
Danny McDanny Dannerson, the guns. Thank you very much for the... What, is that Canadian dollars? What is that in real money? What's the conversion on that? I love you, Danny. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, honey bun. He might need another cracker. Like 50 cents. Ugh. Danny and I still have a video to film at some point. What's that in freedom tokens? Freedom pesos, excuse me. You always all over your little baby hands. Let's get a little wet wipe here. Cat had to ruin this. I'm just gonna wipe down his hand. Actually, you know what? Let's just give him a cracker. Hold on, we gotta get this on camera. He's like, hold on, I have this other one hanging off my face. Give me the new one. He's not gonna let me. Okay. Alright, let's let him get more. Amazon 18 inch. I heard there's 2 versions of that Crazy A guy, and even like the good one is still like, it's more of a cosplay prop than anything. They are super fun. I will admit, I played with them for a long time. I downloaded Discord just for you, but I can't figure that crap out. I don't know. I mean, you can email me, Melissa. I just want to see a picture of this cut down. I want to see how good of a job was done. I'm not going to judge it. I just want to see, because like I said, I have a want for, like, cutting one down. I'm pretty sure I've talked about this before. Found a Raven Stinger for $70. That's a lot, but for a Stinger, it's a good price, especially if it's, like, okay condition. Is a Ragefire for good $4 a good deal? No, IDK, that's a horrible deal. Danny, where are you at? You babying? He's so much baby. This is how baby do. Out of the box with no attachments. That's a terrible deal. I mean, I don't think the Raven came with any attachments. The Raven Stinger? What happens if I shoot a Nerf Mega Dart? You fire a Nerf Mega Dart, Derek. Not very complicated. Oh, no, this is baby only time. We're now a baby channel. It's all about the baby. Why is your hair so short? Mom and Dad are like Wookiees. Like, we really thought you'd come out looking like an Ewok. Like, look how much hair Dad has. Like, how do you not have, like, the most insane hair? Have you seen the OST Cat Mega? I have not. On a long shot? Which one, Lucid? He looks Irish. It is kind of weird that he has this, like, orange tint to his hair. I don't know what that's about. Everybody keeps saying he looks like me, and I sometimes wonder if I'm being gaslighted. It's like, oh, here's your orange, blondish, blue-eyed baby. He'll have a fine mohawk. You got a mohawk? You got a little baby mohawker? I do have kind of an orange beard tint, especially when he rips out my beard hairs. Towards the root, it's a little orangish. What's my email? It should be in the About section on the YouTube channel. It's, or it might be in the description below. Usually you have to kind of obfuscate it because bots scrape that stuff really bad. But it's Walcom S7 X2 at Gmail. So, Walcom S7, my name, X, the letter X, 2, the number 2. Sorry, I had to reset my crab bonking. Man, aren't we just having... Everybody says this is the chillest baby. I don't know if you guys can vouch for that or not, because this is a chill baby. Just doesn't care. Just a baby. Do you ever thrift for Nerf? Yeah, we do it pretty often. I haven't really gotten anything, but yeah. You're taking this all in? Yes, let's plan to do another video soon. Please. We'll figure this out, because again, we have to kind of work around the baby, but we'll make it happen, Danny, I promise. Super chill, I keep forgetting there's a baby. I don't, but that's only because I'm holding him, and now he's like, look at me. I am wearing the cracker. I am. I'm not going to say that. That sounds weird, but you get it. Look at him eat. What's my opinion on hamsters? I love hamsters. I miss having. I just said like a couple of months ago, like I really wish I had hamsters again. The problem with like me thrifting is I have a lot of things. Although, I hope Solinus, did you pick up that Fearless Fire? Or, Fair Fortune? That's really worth. Wait for teeth? Dude, he has 2 little ones already. I don't know if I can show him. After he's done eating his cracker, I'll wipe down his face and show you. How much was it? That's a good find, my friend. That's a painful thing to talk about, right, Kindling? Favorite fast food place? Dude, I don't eat fast food anymore. The last fast food... Oh, we actually had fast food somewhat recently. We got Jersey Mike's, and it was pretty okay. What did you think about Jersey Mike's, honey bun? Was it worth it to you? She loved it, she said. I thought it was pretty good. $4 then half off. Dude, that's a steal. Yeah, like, that's a steal. If you wouldn't have picked that up, I would have. I think I have that. Oh, wait, no, I don't have that. That's funny. That's a video right there, Solonis. Dude, fast food is expensive and just not worth it now. We'll have to include the baby. Yeah, we were just talking about that, Danny. So you don't get dinged for having, like, kids in your videos? I mean, BG's getting older, but, like, YouTube usually dings people. Can you eat that? Are you gonna eat that? You want that? The aftermath of baby. How about this? You want this? Man, you are all sorts of... Whoa! Okay, he's fine. Let me try to clean you up. Dude, you are just a sticky mess now. Oh, God. Oh, God. How you doing? Oh, my... That was my mouse! Man, that's a... Oh, now he's got the mic. That was a Logitech X Super Light 2 you just threw on the ground, my son. What are you doing? He's like, I want more crackers. Oh, we'll have to include the baby. You can't have him in the thumbnail. Okay, but outside of that, it's okay? Want some help? Almost. I think I kind of got this, although he's made me lots of sticky. I'll probably send a picture to show me the modded thing. Yeah, I don't... Yeah, I don't know what that is. Like, hopefully you guys can figure it out. Like I said, my email or Instagram. You can find me on Instagram. That works too. How long do you plan to be live for? Because I'm going to a friend's house in 2 hours. Oh, yeah. We will. It's going to be a little bit longer. I don't know what time it is. I do have stuff I have to do today. I just want to wipe your face. He's like, no. I gotta kick everything and grab a hold of the rag. Here's a baby. Here's a baby. Victory, baby. Ding, ding. Yes. I am the baby. The baby of all babies. What are you gonna do about it? Oh, you want some of this? You want some of this, baby? Come on. Come on. I can take you. I can take you. I can. Yeah. Whoa. Look at this, baby. Whoa. 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 I'm a baby. Whoa. What did you do? Whoa. Oh, God, I found a new baby. God, you're making me all sticky and covered in baby? Alright, I think he's had just about enough of my shenanigans. What was his last bottle? So probably like nearly 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago? He might be hungo, although he did just have a snack-um. I'm out of... yes, but also, could you just get my mouse for me? I can hold it for a little bit longer, but he discarded my mouse. At a wedding? You found a tie? Thank you. The wife to the rescue. And I can continue my crab clobbering. What was I doing? Alright, live streaming. What's the best X-Shot Pro Blaster? Probably the motorized piston pump still. Anybody disagree with that sentiment? I haven't seen any problems with Long Shot 2. I mean, if it's like yellow Vulcan, and if you really wanted one, $15 is fine. Have a good one, Grim. Oh, are you okay? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are we babying? What do we want? Is that you? Is that you? Oh! Drooly baby, front page. Where's your boy? Oh. Who's this boy? Alright, he's probably tired of me. You tired of Dad? You want to go back to Mom? Do you want your son? Oh, your little tiny baby. Your little baby, understand me. I mean, if you did, it probably wouldn't be working, Max, because there's no way that would survive a Goodwill. He wants my watch. What do you want my watch? Huh? Yeah. There's not a touchscreen. I don't think it's a touchscreen. Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, I saw the top grade her. Oh, see what I have to deal with on a regular basis? Oh. Babo. Oh. Oh, he'll like grab it and just hold on with all of his little might. Here, I'm now covered in baby slobber and stuff. How we doing? How's everybody's night going? I don't need to see it. I could probably find it if I type in Thai on Maker World. What happened to those motorized piston pumping mod? I still have them. I need to finish that mod. I will try to finish that sometime soon. I have a thought. God, I'm covered in baby crumbs. I might just bring a bunch of stuff down here for me to work on during the day. Because believe it or not, there are certain segments of time that my son is not in my arms and not screaming. It's very rarely, but it does happen. Do you play video games? Most of the day. I can get away with playing RuneScape, because that only takes one hand. Granted, I tried doing some Warcraft with him, and he would not let me. If you know, you know. There's like one part of Warcraft that you just can't baby with. Like, you can, but it's really hard. I thought about, like, I should do a YouTube and have a baby core where it's like I can only play RuneScape when I'm holding my child. And just make a goal to get, like, a fire cape or something with a baby. I have been at night. Recently, I dumped my cartridge of Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate and put it on the Legion Go. And now it runs at, 2K resolution at 144 frames per second with HD textures and all this stuff, as opposed to 30 FPS 720p on the Switch. Gotta love modern technology. So that's been good. I've got like 4 or 5 hours into that, and I'm having a good time. I played a bit of Pow World. I want to play a little bit more of that. My friend is hopefully going to be joining me on some of that stuff eventually, but yeah. Yeah, Generations Ultimate. I went back. I haven't finished. I did like 120 hours and finished Rise on the Switch, but I've never played any of the Sunbreak stuff. I kind of want to finish Rise. I played through Wilds. Wilds was okay. I think Wilds was a bad Monster Hunter game, but it wasn't a bad game by any means. World I did finish, although I wasn't the biggest fan of World. I'm telling you, nobody will believe me, but I think them cutting out as much stuff as they did from Monster Hunter to make it like super easy and accessible has hurt the game. I think if they did like another Monster Hunter in the style of Generations Ultimate, but they like made some like inventory management a little bit better, I think it would be a really good game. I normally gravitate towards Hammer, I think. It's kind of been my love since the dawn of time. My first Monster Hunter was the Japanese version of Monster Hunter Portable. The gun lance. That's usually like the worst weapon, but I don't think Rebel's gonna save them. We'll see what happens, IDK. They need to push really hard. The campaign for the board game that takes like 1,600 hours to finish. I've heard of it. Would you ever start to deviate from Nerf content? That's a twin-headed dragon kind of thing. I don't know if my success in the Nerf ecosystem is because I'm genuinely good at what I do, or if I was just lucky in a small pond of content creators. It's hard to say. That being said, I have like a second channel that I kind of dabbled with. I don't know. Like I do Gunpla, I do Beyblade. I wanted to do a Beyblade channel. I really did. We need some. Get your shit. No, I will. Like I said, I'm already like. So last night I was gonna try to film. I spent 2 hours looking for the connector to put my camera on my tripod. And it was down here connected to my computer. I didn't even know. And I looked forever. But in the meantime of doing all that, I cleaned up a bunch of stuff. I was up there earlier today working on a secret project. And I'm talking to some people to get a little bit of help with CNC. Because I have CNC I need to do a video on. They're angry at me. I will have that video soon. I can't give out any spoilers. But it is legitimately terrifying. I can't wait to show you this project that I've been sitting on for like 2 months. And I've been like getting the thing the first time. When I first got it, it was broken, and I went back and forth between the company of them shipping me parts and everything to try to fix it for a month until it finally worked. And when I went up there earlier today, it didn't work. And it did work. I tested them when I got the new parts, and then I let it sit for about 2 weeks. and then I came back and tried today and it wasn't working right, but it worked enough that I don't care. I'll just finish the video. But I have to CNC some parts to make it NERF capable. And the test parts that I used earlier, special things are radioactive for that, worked really good. I'm excited to show you. It's gonna be fun. It'll probably perform horribly since it's actually really cool. And it takes a lot of work, and anytime that happens, people hate it. But my goodness, is it like my favorite thing? I'm trying to work through it because we're taking an existing product and retrofitting it, and it's like, oh, it's so close. There's a couple of things that I might not be able to solve, and I don't know if I can spin this into an actual, like, I'm wondering if I do this video, people are like, hey, can I buy those parts off you? Maybe. But we're working on it. I have a couple of friends that are helping me. Your son can have the Beyblade channel. I know, right? Maybe. I want them to make Mon Hun where you're a wildlife researcher with missions to observe certain monsters' behaviors and stuff. That's kind of what they tried to do a little bit with World. Although, again, it's like, it's Monster Hunter. I don't like how modern Monster Hunter is more of just like a boss rush, which Monster Hunter always was, but the friction is what really pulled you into the game, and people just don't realize that. In Wilds, you select a mission, okay, let's do the mission. You press a button, you jump on your bird takes you right to the monster, you kill the monster in 30 seconds because the game's easy as hell. That sucks. I think Wilds was fun. I think Wilds was a bad Monster Hunter game. If Wilds was Lost Planet, it would have been perfect. But as a Monster Hunter game, it's like, try playing Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate and Wilds, and it's like two completely different games, despite the fact they're so very similar. They took out, there is friction that still exists in Generations Ultimate that makes it really hard if you play the newer ones. Inventory is the worst. In the new Monster Hunters, you could just carve and collect everything, and if your inventory is full, it just sends it right to the box. You run out of potions in a fight, you literally have your secret door dash you potions and stuff. You want to change weapons, you can do that. And in the new, like, I think Rise is the one that World might have started that, actually. Monster Hunter, you run out of potions, oh my god, is that game now so much harder than it needs to be? And I was like, I'm fighting a Cephadrum. This is the basic, like, thing. Like, you fight Cephadrums, they're not necessary. I carded twice. Why? Because I forgot to get potions and make that fight. It's like, I'm literally running around gathering herbs. I'm trying to find mushrooms in a desert, which isn't working for me because I don't remember the maps. It's not easy, man. And it's like, I don't think I carded more than 15 times in the entire campaign for Wilds. Wilds is not a bad game. It's just a bad Monster Hunter game. World, the problem I have with World is the maps suck. I cannot be the only person that, like, I don't think there's a single map in Worlds that I like, except for maybe the ice one from Iceborne. That's it. Rise is tolerable. I don't really like a whole lot from Rise, but I know, like, the island map from Monster Hunter 2 came back in Sunbreak. I want to see that. I haven't gotten there yet. But, like, playing through, there's another thing, like, when we have these open areas, the areas don't feel unique anymore. There's a reason why people love the older Monster Hunters, because every single area was kind of its own vista. I remember every single area from, like, Forest and Hills, the Arctic place from 2, the island from 2. Like, those are all, you don't get that really, but then again, I heard that the island from 2 is in Sunbreak, so I want to see that. I haven't checked that. But yeah, I love Monster Hunter. I don't think Wilds was a good Monster Hunter game. What toy company do you think fell off the most? Definitely gonna be Buzzbee. Oh my god, Buzzbee's awful right now. Very awful. What's a blaster that NERF could make to save the company? Double-barreled Sledgefire. Make a good shotgun, make a good sniper rifle. Those two things. I want them. Okay, yeah. We read that one for 42 Blades. Have you heard of the Pariah? I think I have. I really do wish they give more difficulties to Monster Hunting. To be a rise of what got me back in the game was the ease of access. To continue, we need to confirm it's really you. This extra layer of security will help keep this channel safe. I'm literally live streaming. Did it just cancel my live stream? What the hell are you doing? Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's me. And we're back. Wow, that is nuts. Oh, hey, there's the picture right there. Dude! That's actually sick. Okay. Okay. I like what I'm seeing here. They did actually, they went farther with it than what I was expecting. I'm going to show the front end off. They did actually get it going. Cover my face. Look at that. So they cut down the slide, and they cut down the barrel and the mag tube. Okay. All right. The only thing I don't like is, like, then you go back, it's like, look how long this thing is. That's a shame. Damn, that's pretty good, though. Very well done, Melissa. And I guess, who was that? Your significant other. Adrian. Would you buy a full auto? I've tried to make that before IDK. I think you could do it. I was trying to mesh a Turtle Wasp 76 and a Firefly together. Oh yeah, it's undoubtable, Zachary. X-Shot had the biggest glow up in the Nerf community. 100%. Island 2 is in fact in Sunbreak. I gotta play more Sunbreak. Dude, the underwater fights. The underwater fights sucked. That's like my furthest, like my hottest of hot takes. I think the only people that like the underwater fights, like trust me, this is coming from somebody who loved Final Fantasy X, loved Blitzball and all that kind of stuff. Very big water fan. My God, were the water fights in Monster Hunter terrible. Absolutely atrocious. And I think the only people that really like those, their first game was Try. My question is why when the AGM exists? I have no idea what you're talking about. AGM exists? I have no idea what you're talking about. Have you played Splatoon Raiders? I demolished Splatoon Raiders. Very good 7 out of 10 game. Have a good night, Jeremy. Well, thank you, Joe. I really love the underwater fights because I could beat up Plesioth when it ran away. Yeah, but you did it in, like, the worst possible fashion. Oh, it was so clunky and terrible. Like, if the game was based around nothing but underwater fights, it probably could have been good, but the way it was tacked on for, like, 4 monsters in the entire roster, and everything felt terrible, I don't understand why people like the underwater fights. I would much rather rip Plesioth out of the water with a frog and feed its head in with a hammer. Or, more likely, if you're playing Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, you got that frickin' Thunder Tachi or whatever, and you were just lighting him up with a Thunder Longsword. Why do a Firefly Showdown with the AGM Mass Tech exists? Well, I'm pretty sure they would do that because the Firefly hits harder. That would be my explanation. I only ever played World when it was on Game Pass. World's fine. A lot of people like it. I stand by the fact that I think every map in World is awful. Horrible. Horrendous. Like, literally the worst in all of Monster Hunter. Rises were better, and that's not even saying much. My God, I hate the maps in World so much. Especially the first tree. The tree is awful. The tree is so bad. I hate that map so much. Forest and Hills, Arctic Ridge, oh, perfect levels. The Jungle, which was just like one of the levels from Monster Hunter 3, but with the water section ripped out. Fantastic. Portable Third was really good. I like Portable Third. But yeah, Monster Hunter World sucks. Except for the ice level with Iceborne. I thought that was actually a really good map. And too bad it's, yeah, the only new map in World, Iceborne, I think. Do I have VR? I do. Well, I made the gun lance as a Nerf blaster. That was the thing. I miss modding. Good, I'm still beating up this crab. But yeah, I made the mistake of putting Generations Ultimate on the Legion Go, and it's insane because that game has like 1,400 quests. That's too much. Whistle and Dart Tip, what else we got? Yeah, there's actually a lot of stuff on Maker World. It's kind of cool. I don't think I'm going to do an X2 review. I don't think anybody cares. It's the same thing. And it's like, that's the problem, is like, I would do the same blaster review pretty much again, and the 400 people that were curious that didn't already buy one. I almost feel like it's not worth opening the blaster at this point. I'd rather keep it sealed. Because, like, the second I open it, I'm going to do the review and it gets thrown in a box. And the review isn't even going to make up the money that I spent on the blaster, so... I don't know. I'm not saying that's the right thing to think about, but, like, I've been doing this long enough, I kind of know this community, and the way that YouTube works is infuriating. Because if the video doesn't get a positive reception from your currently subscribed audience when you put it out, which, let's face it, I'm going to do the video, and the only people clicking on that video are the people like, I really want to watch a Nerf video, and I have nothing else to watch for dinner right now. It'll get, like, 3,000 views. YouTube will go like, hey, guess what, you loser? Nobody clicked on this video, so we're hurting your channel. Do it again, we'll delist you from the entirety of YouTube. And so you're like, okay, well, now the next video has to be something crazy, or else my entire channel is going to be at risk. And so it actively disincentivizes me from doing videos like that. That's the problem. And a lot of you are like, well, you only do videos for the money, Walcom? It's like, no, I have to think about everything. And let's be fair. Like, I understand if you really want to see that video, but YouTube actively punishes me if I make that video because most people don't want to see it. And that's the battle you deal with every day with this platform. It no longer feels like, I want to do a video on this today, and you upload it, and it, like, yeah, if it bombs, if you get too many bombs in a row, your channel's dead, you can't recover. And it hurts. And that's every single time you upload a video, you wonder if it's your last. And it's horrible. It's so... That's why it's like, I know I could find the cure for cancer and upload it from the next YouTube video, and I guarantee you, whatever video I put up next, it doesn't matter what it is, it will bomb horrendously. And I'll have to upload like 8 or 9 videos before my metrics start to go back up. And I hate that. It's so awful to feel that way. That's the thing I hate about YouTube the most. It doesn't matter how good my next video is. The metrics could all be super high, higher than anything else on my channel. It will always be 10 out of 10, meaning it's last place of my last 10 uploads, and it will always say, less people are choosing to click on this video. And when you click on it, it'll say, less of your subscribers are not clicking on this video compared to your past videos, thus it's not hitting YouTube's recommendations. That's what the app will tell you. And you go like, they're not clicking on it because you're not pushing it to them. When my click-through rate is 29% and you're telling me people don't want to watch this video, there's something wrong. Anybody who's a YouTube content creator knows the exact situation I just said. That's YouTube punishing me for taking a break. And it will not recover until if I do like 12 videos in the next month, it'll get back up to where it was before, if I'm lucky. There's always the chance. There are other channels out there that don't. There are content creators in this ecosystem where they just never recovered. They disappeared for a month or two. They came back, they made videos, and they never recovered. I also have to contend with the fact that people don't really, it does feel like people don't watch Nerf content. I say that because less kids are buying blasters, less kids are going outside and playing. Blasters are more expensive kind of than they've ever been before. And why would you buy a Nerf blaster when you can go buy a gel blaster? Like, the only reason you would care is if you're tired of every gel blaster being the same thing. And it just kind of, it poisons the mind. And it's like, every single time I get up to do a video and I sit here like, when I'm faced with any kind of friction, my brain goes, you know what? Stop stressing over it. You can finish it tomorrow. It doesn't matter if you do it today. Nobody's going to care. And that goes on for weeks. July sucked because, like, for, 9 days I didn't have power up there, so I couldn't work, and it's like, it's just been rough. But I can firmly tell you, I'm not done. I'm not quitting. And when I come back, I'm going to come back swinging. I've got the gauntlet. I've got the chopper. I've got the strike force. I've got the mayhem skewer. I've got the secret project I've been working on. I've got 3 3D printed blasters. I've got a Amazon 3D printed blaster and an Amazon shield blaster. I got so much stuff I need to do videos on. That's also a problem. God, that's the worst problem to have. Because then it's like, what do I even do? Right? It'll happen. Also, somebody mentioned God Eater earlier, and I just want to mention that you're the real G. God Eater is awesome. I wish they made a God Eater 4. I felt like they were getting there with God Eater 3, but I also feel like they need less story. That is a way better use of your time, Wood Canoe. Have a good night. I also want to say that, like, even though I haven't been uploading, the views have still been really good, and I'm still happy with it. So we'll see what can happen. I see Sithel Curry, and I thought it was Sithel and Ollie. Oh my god, there's so many people that are messaging me. Nathan, if you are watching, I could probably sell a Mustang 6, but the thing is, you need to give me an offer. I don't, like, and the problem is like, you'd be like, I'll give you $15, and that's probably a fair price. The problem is, now I have to spend 45 minutes finding a box, taping up a box, printing out a label, weighing it, and then taking it to the post office. And when you, like, for $15, it's like, there are so many other things I would rather do. That's why most of the time I sell a blaster, I sell it for like a hefty price, because like that's the only way it's worth getting up and doing anything. If I was selling like 30, 40 blasters a day, it wouldn't be a problem, but I'm not. Do I have spare Mustang 6s? Yeah, I think I have like 3 out of box that work, that are not broken. Would I sell one of them? Yeah, absolutely. It's just like, I don't know what the going price is for a Mustang 6, and while I would like to sell one for a fair price, it's like I'd have to sell a bunch of blasters to even kind of like get up and do anything with it. Are you still going to do a Winchester Mark III? I don't have a Winchester Mark III. I thought I was getting one. I never did. I do have the what's not the Pyre Tusk, the one after that, which was broken, but I fixed it. I had to reprint a bunch of stuff and glue a bunch of stuff back together, but I got it working. Did a short on it for Instagram. I got like 1 million views, and it was just mostly people ripping on me for being a fat kid, and my teeth were really looking bad. Like, my teeth are not great. I'm not going to say they're perfect. These are freshly brushed. I brushed after lunch, but the fact of the matter is, like, the lighting and everything's going to make them look horrible. So, if I send you Nerf blasters, can I request you have to contact me first? I will not just do a video because something is sent to me. Companies have tried to do that to me. Like, I just said, like, oh, I got a random blaster, and then, like, 3 days later, some reseller messaged me, like, hey, I sent you this blaster a couple of days ago. Where's my video on it? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh, you're the one who sent in that wingman-looking thing? Yeah, I'm not doing a video on that. It shoots trash. It shoots, like, those little tiny, like, little trash bullets. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't do a video on that. Go find a TikTok shop to rip that off. I don't care. See, that's the problem with the TikTok things. It's like, I would love to be able to do a video on something. It's like, oh, I can't do a full-length video on this, so I'll do a short on it. The fact of the matter is, like, if I do a short, I could just lie to your face for 90 seconds straight and make it look like the best thing ever. And it works. TikTok shop exists for that reason. There are now stores that are literally drop shippers, and there's hundreds of them just for cheap Chinese crap blasters that they sell for 8 times MSRP. You literally go to AliExpress and find the exact same blasters. They import them straight from AliExpress, and they charge so much more money for them. 80 Crafts one is the same as last one. It uses shells. The Winchester doesn't use shells, I believe, and it hits really hard. The 80 Crafts one, I do have it. I will do a video on it. It's just, man, I still have to do a video on the Pyro Tusk. And I will get there. I still have the unboxing footage for me for the Pyro Tusk. Just been busy, man. It's like it's not going to be my next 2 or 3 blasters, but it will be soon. Thankfully, like, filming is the shortest part of my review process. I don't want a good review. I want you to say how bad they are. Again, Pikachu, you are welcome to email me. If it's something funny I think I can get a video on, I will absolutely do a video on it. And I'll give you a shout out. But don't just send stuff in expecting a video on it, because I cannot never promise that. I think I'm probably the least successful content creator when it comes to that. To be fair, I hold my stuff up, and this is hot crap coming from me because my videos are terrible, but I have a slightly higher standard. That's why, like, I have to mention that. I'm actually really good at editing, I think. Like, okay, let me preface this. I'm not saying I'm a good editor, but for the quality I do, I am very fast. So maybe I should say I'm an efficient editor. That's maybe the word. I don't want to say I'm a good editor, but I can get stuff turned around in the quality that you're used to rather quickly. Hey, Big Emo Gamer! I found a fully functional Clip Mania at the thrift store with a Rage Fire scope and one of the mags hanging out the side. Better yet, I have 2 long shot mags. Yeah! I want a Nerf shell ejecting drum mag semi-auto. I think that exists, but it's like an old Chinese one. What is my oldest blaster? I have the oldest blaster. I have a Blast-A-Ball. That's the oldest. That's as old as blasters get. I always rock the Victorian stash. Teeth suck. I keep trimming this because it gets in my way. I don't know how you I need to just go to like a men's boutique and be like, can you make this look okay? I don't want to get rid of it. I just want it to look okay. I actually tried this a couple of years ago. I walked in, I'm like, look, my hair is crazy. My beard is crazy. I don't want to get rid of it, but can you make it look good? And the guy was like, not really. And I went like, yeah, I'm an ugly mother effer. And they like did a light trim and they cut my split ends out. And that's all I got for like $60-something. I'd argue efficiency and turnaround time is desired quality as a mark of a good editor. We'll see. Like I said, with that, Rebel Ops video, I turned that around in about 6.5 hours, I think it was. Bake, I ad-lib and off-the-cuff everything. I'm not proud of it. I just can do it. Do you do any gaming video streams on this channel or any other channels? I don't right now. I've tried to like stream gaming and nobody cares. So I don't. Oh god, no! I forgot about my crab. Oh, okay. The crab's got 2% HP left. Let's see if I make the top crab crushers. Probably not. I was late for this one. I appreciate the confidence in the editing. It might take a little bit of a hit. I was the top crab crusher. Let's go level 100. What am I? Level 119? Doing crab. Because I can do it while I'm streaming, and you guys are none the wiser, except for when I literally tell you I'm gem crabbing. Alright, we're on the next crab. Nobody knows what I'm talking about, and that's the beauty of it. I saw Shiloh and Bros made a monster Nerf minigun that looks like looks bigger than the Moab. I don't know what that is. Whenever I see a name like that, and I almost wonder if it's like cardboard tubes wrapped up that doesn't actually shoot a blaster. I'm gonna do an incognito tab for this one. I don't want this in my YouTube search history. Shiloh and Bros? Okay, what is this? They're 11.3 million subscribers. Do not start playing their garbage, please. Garbage. They're massively successful. Okay. So I see it in a thumbnail. I'm scanning thumbnails. I only saw it in one thumbnail. Okay, I'm almost certain I know exactly what I'm getting into with this. And that is a... That's... What is that? Okay, hold on, I gotta mute this. Oh, God! Why is it so late? Minigun. Is there a minigun? These are all stock Nerf blasters. It's all, like, fun stuff. That is 100% just a Moab. That was just a Moab. I think the only difference is they glued, like, a container to it to make it hold the chain. Wasn't that a Moab? Let me see if they actually fire it. Oh, God, this kitty stuff. I mean, it's got millions of views. Like, what do I know? But it's also like... Yeah, that's just a Moab. Trying to get actual footage of it firing. Yeah, it's just a Moab. It's all CG, too. It's the entire... So they're firing it. It's a Moab with some stuff glued to it. Because it has, like, the drum on the side of it. But it's still chain-fed. And I don't think that drum is doing it. Might actually... No, because it was... It might have... The drum might be there catching the... Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can get a better picture of it. Sorry, I gotta want to sit through this. No, the drum might be catching one of the either the chains or the shells, the casings, the belt loop, the belt or the casings. But it's literally just Moab, and then they CG'd as the person was firing it. So it's still a Moab, but it's still firing. It might not actually even be firing. Well, I'm sure it's firing darts. Yeah. But it is, it's just a Moab. So, I don't know if they say anywhere in there where they got it. I doubt they made it themselves. They probably bought it off someone or paid somebody to build it. I'm not sure. But yeah, so this is less egregious, I would say, than most of these. It's 100% a Moab with stuff glued to it. Sorry, I know you're listening to me riff on a video you can't even see, but these people would absolutely 100% copyright strike me. So it's a Moab with stuff glued to it. I don't know why, like, was the... I think the person said, like, it's better than a Moab. It's literally just a Moab with stuff glued to it. I'm not saying it's bad looking. It's fine. It doesn't make any sense to me. But I think I'm trying to... It looks like the drum might be catching the chain links, which is okay. But yeah, it's a cosplay piece. Like, when they were firing it, it was, I think... It might have actually been firing darts. It might not have had any darts in the shells, but it was still delinking shells. But it was CG to have a bunch of darts coming out of it. So... What CAD software? Fusion 360 is the only one I can use. Tinkercad's also pretty good. Freddy is coming back, Eli, don't you worry. If the Moab's belt broke apart after 5 or 10 links, it also minimized the amount of tedious cleanup. I agree, Big Emo Gamer. That is not what Gatling Tommy was going for. When the Moab was made, it was not meant to be a practical blaster. It was meant to do a thing. And it does that better than anything else. You could make stuff that fires faster than a Moab without shells, but the way the Moab works as basically a 1-to-1 analog for like an M132 whatever minigun, perfect. It works exactly how it's supposed to, and it's a triumph of engineering. Gatling Tommy dedicated multiple years of his life to building that blaster, and not only building it, but then also making it so it can be replicated by just about anybody with a 3D printer. That is a triumph. You people can do that. This man did it. Calling someone a greebled up Moab sounds like a Star Wars insult. Well, Deadman McJoe, he says, for a Moab, a thing to catch the chain parts would be quite smart. But they're only catching the chain parts. They're not catching the shells. Like, that's the issue. Like, they're halfway there. Like, I would argue it should catch both. But I also know somebody who tried to put, like, bags under a Moab. It's hard. I need to do more stuff with my Moab. I was going to ask Z if she wanted to be paid a lightning to come up and, like, hang my Moab from the ceiling. Because I think it needs to be displayed somewhere. Well, I have so many lightnings, and I asked him, like, hey, do you want a second lightning? And I was about to say, like, you know, I kind of want some, like, minor things done that I'm not really comfortable doing. Man, Crispy, that's a bit overkill for demolishing a couple of nephews, unless they're, like, in their teens. In that play, it might be acceptable. I still have not put the chain for my Moab back together since Danny and I fired it. It's just too much work. Crab Champions. Actually, Crab Champions is a banger of a game. Whoa. Can't wait to show you this thing that I've been working on. It's gonna be hopefully something. I mean, I got a couple of like things you probably haven't seen before. Whoa, your Bebo's upset. How dare you put him down? You have to hold the Bebo 24/7. She's not the same if you don't. I have no idea, Bake. I'm gonna guess like 70. I'd say pay my gas and I'll come over for a couple days, but that's more expensive than the freaking Lightning these days. Yeah, and you drive a Subaru, so it's gonna be actually really bad. And also, that implies that I have money. And the baby kind of takes all that. I'm still working on trying to get some stuff up for sale, especially that there's a camera I want. And to make sure the wife wasn't paying attention, because she already told me no. I heard something slam, and I thought it was her. And it was just the baby given the VTech Hypercube, the Stone Cold Stunner. Okay, I can't hear very well because there's rain and music in my ears, and audio canceling, which makes it really easy to ignore the baby. Have you heard of the X-Shot Furry X? You're never going to beat those allegations, Pikachu. You're never going to beat them. Yes, the Fury X, I've printed out the hardball killer. I didn't build it, and by now I have the parts, but I'm probably just going to print out another one. I really... Oh, God, I just typed in my own chat, moving my keyboard. I really appreciate all the votes of confidence for people like, I want to come over and help. You really don't. Even at the best of times, that place is a disaster. If the floors can be spotless, every surface can be clean, and then every single storage shelf, bin, drawer, whatever you have it, is just crammed full of random stuff, and I don't know what to do with it. It is... I had somebody recently be like, I can come over for a couple hours and help you, and I just kind of looked at her and went like, it's not going to help. I don't know where to even begin. Every surface is covered by a thing. Now, I got shelves. I bought shelves. Wasn't cheap. I put shelves up. Now those shelves just crammed full of random crap. But now my set is clean for the first time in like forever. And now when I get a blaster and I need to do a video on it, instead of it being on the floor next to the set, it's on a shelf and I can just walk over and grab it and put it down and like, yeah, great. All of my camera stuff is all in a spot that has its own. I have like, so I took the front off my computer for airflow purposes, and so I left it upstairs. So I put that down and put all my camera chargers and everything there. You have a week off. If I had a way to pay you up, Quintic. I love how Hasbro's website is shut down for good. Wait, what? I highly doubt that. Yeah, so we're halfway there, babe. The editing setup is now downstairs. Now I just have to find time to edit. But the poor wife is working overtime, and I now watch, instead of watching a kid for like 3 or 4 hours a day, I'm now watching him for 10 to 12 hours a day. So it's been hard to find time to, and then like watch a kid all day, and then go be animated and happy in front of a camera. It's hard. It's really difficult. If I was like, oh, I'm playing RuneScape, well, it's like, it doesn't matter. I can just sit here and play RuneScape. I know like Framed had a kid around the same time I had a kid, and that guy's still producing content. So. Did I just type in NERF? I typed in NERF Chrono Barrel. So I have like 15 NERF Chrono Barrels, and I was price checking them. Wow. Commerce Care Hasbro. That's weird. Oh my god, is the NERF... This Hasbro, are they getting rid of like the NERF brand? What the hell? Are they just getting rid of their website in general? What is going on? Hasbro.com. That has to be it. No, it just leads to a new hyperlink. What is going on with NERF? Oh, that's weird. And now my baby's upset. Feels like a weak wick roll. I have no idea what you're saying. I mean, I said you know your priorities. Have you done MadFed Ejector Shell? I have not. I kind of want to, though. I might. My brother said I'd give off divorced dad vibes, like the card game. I'll listen to Creed and fix an old truck at night. I mean, that's pretty good, actually. I don't think you have to be divorced to enjoy a night with a couple of beers. You know, a wrench and some Creed. His wife was here a bit ago. She was just sitting off screen. Yeah, like I'm downstairs, so like she's either in the kitchen or on the couch. She's been eating stuff off camera with a baby and watching probably anime or something. I mean, I would only do it if I was doing a video on it. I'm a player. Hasbro's pivoting to be an IP ownership company that makes very few things. Yeah, okay, sell the NERF brand to Dark Zone. Dude, imagine how much good that would do the world. Imagine if Zuru or Primetime Toys got the NERF license. Like, that actually might not even be the craziest thing I've said. That might have already happened. Maybe that's why Dark Zone doesn't have anything coming right now. That would also kind of explain why all of a sudden NERF seems like NERF is selling knockoffs, right? Because that's the thing that we talked about earlier, was that like NERF seems like they're selling like knockoff blasters. I wonder if they've already pivoted. And now they're just selling, oh yeah, you want the NERF logo to sell your crappy off-brand blasters? Well, we're already doing that, so here you go. So like for Beyblade, Hasbro only distributes. They don't make the Beyblades anymore, which is great, because man, Beyblade Burst got bad. I hope they just make better quality gimmicky blasters. I mean, look at the Gauntlet. The Gauntlet's pretty good. I have a very angry Bebo. I'm a little baby. What was that thing where Hasbro... Was that Hasbro? I don't... Okay, I think what happened with the Gel Blaster, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Abquintic's a master of this. I believe Hasbro went to Gel Blaster, the company, and we're talking about licensing, like, their designs for a NERF subline, and so they, like, talked to them, looked at all their stuff, and then after that, they just left Gel Blaster on red, and then magically came out with the NERF Gelfire Mythic. And it was like the same thing as the Gelfire Surge, but in a different shell. And I think that's the way they went, but then they also made, like, I don't feel like the pistols, the dual pistols, the Raid, most of those seem like pretty original designs. Like, honestly, I'm pretty happy with how Gelfire went, except for how it wound up in the later stages where it's like, here's the same thing as the Mythic, but cheaper and worse. I hate that. Oh my god, I have Quintic, how much was it? I want one of those playsets, but I don't want to pay money for it. Like, if they were like 15 bucks off the shelf at my local Walmart, I'd do it. I've never seen the Pirate playset on, let me see if I can find it. Adventure Force Pirate. Auto-corrected to Pirate Ship. Walmart Buccaneer Foam Dart Blaster. And last time I looked, there was not a single place nearby that had it. Yeah, it's not available at any store. So I never picked it up. 20 bucks. I want to put that on Freddy. I want to put the eye patch and the hat and everything on Freddy. That's what I wanted. I just don't want to pay 20 bucks. Gel blasters are just wet airsoft. That's actually completely 100% what it is, Crispy. They also tried to push Orbeez, patents on gel blaster companies. I believe that. I think if you were to play Gelsoft, let's call it, and your options were like the Mythic, the Legion, the Ghost, the Raid, the Dualies. I don't know any of the other ones. Like, I never opened my, the Quad Shot, I think it was called. But, like, those 5 blasters are all pretty set. I would argue the Legion is the worst one. If you were to take out the Legion and you were to have a war with the Mythic, the Dual Pistols, the Ghost, and the Raid, you'd have a ton of fun. I think if you had 30 of each of those blasters and everybody could choose what they wanted to, every single one of those players would have fun. 100%. The pistols hit like the same as the Mythic, except for their pistols. The Raid hits like 20% less than the Mythic, but it's a shotgun. The Ghost outranges all of them. Like, that's actually... I want to make that video. I keep thinking I want to make that video. Because it's like, I actually think that's like the best Nerf has ever been. It's not even like Nerf's idea. It's just, that's how good those were initially designed. Like, I wish they would do that same setup with foam dart blasters. Damn it, I missed my crab. I don't know, I didn't hear the notification. Did anybody else hear the notification? Man, we're already waiting on the next crab. Darn it. But yeah, I honestly, like, go ahead. Tell me I'm wrong, chat. Tell me I'm wrong that wouldn't be one of the most fun games. Because, like, think about it in any other sense, right? If you were playing, like, oh, let's play a gel soft battle with everything. You'd never want to use any of the Nerf stuff. They'd be all garbage. The only way this... Homely, you son of a... Thank you. I will give you sloppy, sloppy kisses. I'll have to figure out a way to repay you for that one thing. You've been... I still owe you a video because you bought me a Primus. And now everyone's like, wait, Walcom has a Primus? Where's the video? It's like, it's coming. I swear to God, it's coming. It's on the shelf. That's how I know. That's how I can tell you it's coming, because it's on the shelf. Just haven't done it yet. Thank you, Homely. I appreciate it. Someday, Renton will be old enough and Freddy can pass it down to him. Like, I honestly, I've talked about this before, but I'm actually really passionate about it. I truly feel like Nerf Pro Gelfire in the very beginning was incredibly good. Like, the Mythic, that's where they went wrong. The Mythic by itself was a poor option because the only thing it could contend with was other Gelfire or Gelsoft offerings. But when the Raid, the Dual Pistols, and the Ghost dropped, suddenly those 4 blasters was a fantastic... I think the Legion came out in between, don't get me wrong. I don't feel that strongly about the Legion. I think the Legion is a waste of space. That being said, it's a pistol that hits like, what, 160 FPS with a gel? and it's a slam fire, like, you could still use that. Like, this is something I really want to talk about in a video. I need to dig all these blasters out. And I want to point out, like, that's the blueprint Nerf should be aiming for. That's the thing that upsets me. That's the problem with modern Nerf. The Ghost actually does outrange every single other thing, and it's more accurate than every single other gel offering. I actually don't know of any other, like, commercial off-the-shelf gel blaster that is even remotely as good as the Ghost when it comes to, like, accuracy even. The Ghost is surprising. I should have done a video on it. Maybe I did. I don't remember. I know I have one, and I unboxed it, and I played with it, but I don't know if I ever did a video on it. Did I? Welcome back, Classic. It's been quiet here without you. I miss you, buddy. I bought a Legion, never opened it. I bought the bulb double-barreled shotgun and never opened it. I wish everyone going to eat pizza. You have a good night, Bake. I think we're just about winding down anyway. I gotta go to the bathroom at some point. I don't want to just leave the stream running. I dare you to translate Nerf darts are really good, as are Buzzbee darts. Okay. I don't know what's going on there, Connell. Sorry. I feel like short and long dart blasters are the only human-targeted shooting sport games that encourage a variety of playstyles and strategies. I wish that there weren't so many super strict laws when it comes to, like, I wish we could have an off-the-shelf bolt action that hits 250 FPS. Or, like, I wish we could have an ages 8 and up blaster. Like, imagine we still had N series, right? But the pistol, the strong arm, it hits 80 FPS, and the bolt action sniper rifle does 120. You know what I mean? I'll hit you up for Pal World. I don't know if I'm going to be playing Pal World. I put like 40, 50 hours into it. I didn't finish it. The problem with like playing with other people, it's like, it's not a game I think I'd play with other people unless I was like completely restarting again. And that's a big if. You know what I mean? Nothing against you. It's just like, that's one of those games where it's like, it'd be really awkward to like join somebody's server and it's like, oh, they've been playing it. They've no-lifing the game for the last 100 hours. And that just feels awful. I also don't like, it's like, oh, you've been no-lifing the game for 80 hours and a friend joins you. And I, like, it's generally kind of fine, but I understand why that wouldn't be as fun. Yeah, I don't know. Only thing that goes, you have to quick prime it at times or else you had 2. Oh, I never had a problem with that, but I also don't know how many shots I fired out of it. The monorail is very picky about ammo. let's not pull punches. The monorail is one of my favorite worst blasters. I legit wish I could use a raid in a Nerf battle, because it's like the only way you can get an actual shotgun. And everybody's already wearing iPro anyway. I don't think it would be game-breaking. I just think it's like, oh my god, here's a shotgun that's actually good. I'm a player. I think Ragnarok Oktoberfest is the next one, and that's in October. I don't know anything. I don't know the dates. I think it's in October. It generally is. I don't know anything else about it. I just think it's happening. Don't know where. If you look it up, though, you'll probably find info. See, that's the thing. It's like, it's hard to get a good shotgun in foam flinging. And that's why it's like, I feel like we were there. Like, I wish Hyper had a shotgun. But the problem is, like, nobody would let you use it in a war. Because it's a, you know, environmental disaster. The jury is still out on how bad those little gel, like, foam, or what do you call them? Gel ball blasters are. I'm not saying they're good, but I've seen it very over, like, it's the worst thing ever, and I don't really think they are. Because if they were the worst thing ever, they wouldn't be as wide on the market as they are. I say that, but people still vape, and I think that's terrible for you and the environment. So I gotta bring that back up. Plaxis Frio with $2 tip. My first ever Sentinel. Congratulations. I just pulled myself off the screen. Oh, there we go. Sentinel is maybe not the most exciting blaster nowadays, but it's still cool to get your first one. Probably never going to happen, BG Awesome. I don't know what that is, and I have a feeling it's garbage, and it's not my thing. I think I've seen your comments, BG Awesome. Nothing against you, but I don't... Methane. No, methane juice is... Methane... Okay, hold on. Sorry. I now understand. Methane juice is a very talented creator. I did build the lever action thing. It never worked very good for me. And that's why I never did a video on it, because I could barely get 60 FPS out of it, and most of the time it jammed. And I tried rebuilding it multiple times. That was a pain. I never checked out anything after that. I get really stressed out even thinking about building them, because they're so hard to build. Yeah, I see one panic attack. I mean, I don't know. It's like, they're so hard to build. And it's also like, the only reason I'd be doing the video is like, oh, look at this, it's TF2, kids. Don't you like TF2? Remember TF2? Well, click on my video. And I don't like doing that. I like the panic attack. The Widowmaker was one of my favorite shotguns. I don't know if that was meta or not, but yeah, the Widowmaker was a great weapon. I don't think you should be allowed to use a blaster with a riot shield, but if you are, only front loaders, single shot front loaders only. That's the only way. They're non-biodegradable in 99% of cases. Is that true, 42 Blades? Damn it. I don't know. So I think the whole argument is like when they shoot and they break, the particles dry up into such small things that they just kind of get ground out. My little sister just said you look like Queso. I mean, if you're blind, he's far more attractive than I am. Like his ugly little brother. Why would you be afraid of the Adventure Force tech? That's silly. Adventure Force has had good blasters on its brand since, like, for a while. If you rehydrate gel blaster ammo and tang, do they taste... I feel like if they were super toxic and bad, they wouldn't be able to be sold. Because kids would swallow them like candy. I mean, that was a problem with Orbeez, wasn't it, for a little while? No, I'm sorry. When you say methane juice, I thought it was like one of those drop shipping companies. No, methane juice is a very talented creator. I don't know if I would make any of these, though, because it really... Oh my god, he made a Widowmaker. Oh, god. Yeah, this is some cool stuff. It's just like, it's so hard to make. I don't know. I'd like to talk to... I'm sure these are already all made. Like, somebody's already done videos and all this. You don't need me to do it. There are plenty of other unscrupulous people out there. They're like, look, kids, TF2. I've totally played TF2. I can tell you straight up, I haven't played TF2 since, like, Man vs. Machine first came out. And that was, like... I think I still lived at my parents' house. That's fair, Ed Quintic. Using diapers to make them absorbent and what can be made biodegrade most cheap ammo. So doesn't that mean diapers are also terrible? I go through a lot of those a day. No, that's pretty accurate, Crazy A Guy. No, so multiple companies make blasters under the Adventure Force line. Mostly it's carried by Dart Zone. I was still the top 3 crab crushers, and I was late to that one. I'm too strong. Gotta level that agility. Thank you very much for the 10 jewels, Spicy Ice. I want to build a raid-style Nerf shotgun that uses... I mean, I was looking at that Widow Axe, and I kind of want one. I kind of actually really want one. Ugh. But the thing is, I'd also have to have a couple $100 for the hardware kit. Man. Bears Wares, does Bears Wares have a hardware kit for the Widow Axe? Because I kind of want one. Oh. Website is being rebuilt, and there's like nothing here. Well, that's too bad. Ugh. I kind of want to build that just because it's like, it screams what I want. Ball defense, large bearings, small bearings, elastic cords, small springs, socket head. What's a hardware kit for Damn it, I want one. I'm gonna sit on this. I can't afford a hardware kit anytime soon. I'm gonna sit on this though, because I kind of want one. That Widow Axe looks real tempting. Yeah, you have to buy a whole bunch of stuff though, and finding 50 millimeter or 100 millimeter bolts and stuff like that is like, he has a unit price 95 cents. Yeah, but if you're buying that like from Amazon, it's like $10 for like 5, and you do that with like every single one of those odd size screws because they don't come in the standard screw sets, and it adds up quick. And also, here's like all the part numbers are all, it's got part numbers, and then it's also got Amazon links. It's like, it gets annoying quick. And that's like the worst part. And then when you buy the raw materials, you wind up spending enough to make like 5 or 6 of them. And I can't shop at any of the hobby shops for the most part. So I'm kind of locked out of being able to build one. I can't just go get a hardware kit, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, that's the reason why I never did that, like, conversion kit for the Torrent, is because I needed to buy procure the stuff myself, and it's like 70, 90 bucks, and it would buy enough hardware to build 60 of them, and I didn't need the 60 of them, I only needed one. So, yeah, I don't know if it'll ever happen. But looking at the Widow Axe, I want that. I definitely want that. I like everything about that, and now that I say that, somebody else has already seen me say that, and they're like, oh my god, that exists, I'm gonna rush to build it, and they will. So it's like, there's no point, right? And it's not like I have to be the first and only, but it's like, the wantingness of, like, building something like that drops off when a whole bunch of other people see it, and then they go, I didn't know it existed, to be perfectly honest. It's really cool. I doubt Methane Juice is watching, but, like, I did build their lever action, and honestly, it worked. I liked it a lot. It's just, man, I kept having the extractors break on me constantly, and it's so hard to pull that thing apart to fix those extractors. And they broke all the time for me for some reason. And it's so difficult to get that thing to eject and stuff. It never worked the way I wanted it to, so I didn't do the video. I could have just pooped out a video for it. I didn't want to, simply because I didn't want to build it simply because it was like, oh, if you have to, it's going to get views. I wanted to make sure it was a good outing. And so I never, because after like the 5th or 6th time pulling the thing apart trying to get it to work, I just gave up. Like, I had it at one point, but then the FPS was like 40. I was like, this is really bad. And there wasn't like a whole bunch of upgrade paths for the lock blaster to get it, like, that's my problem, right? Like, I wasn't happy with it, therefore I didn't do the video. Even though I could have just done a video anyway and probably would have made $1 billion. Thank you very much, Classic Frio with the $15 hard work. That is like not even 10%. Go look at the bill of materials. Like, it says unit price on it, to be fair, but the problem is you can't buy one screw. You have to buy a pack of like 500. I still kind of want to build one. And also, McMasterCard shipping is crazy. I haven't bought from them in a while, to be fair, but back in the day when I did buy from McMasterCard, you don't get shipping. Like, you would put in a credit card and make the order, and then they would send you an invoice that had like $82 shipping and just send you the thing. They didn't give you like an estimate beforehand. That was back like 2013, 2014. It's been a while. That was back when you buy like K26 from McMasterCard. But yeah, I remember like K26 and some pipe fittings. And like, okay, I add them to a cart and it's asked for a credit card number and you hit next and you expect like a final checkout screen and it's like ordered. I'm like, okay. And then like the next day I got an email. It's like, oh yeah, here it is. It's like, here's your $15 in stuff and here's the $82 in shipping. And I went, okay. That was my experience. I don't know if it's that bad anymore. I mean, it looks cool, guys. It really does. Shipping prices are insane. They have everything but you pay an arm. That's fine. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since I have. I'll start seeing it demonetized. I was able to get torrent hardware in like 8s and 10s, which is still accessible. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I was buying it off Amazon. It was like $90, and I was like, maybe not. Find a local Ace hardware. They carry metric. Okay, I do have a local Ace. I have used it before. Z worked for Ace and is really good at that kind of stuff. I might talk to them about it. Brand loyalty is not good to have. I'm a player, but let's just say X-Shot. Walcom, I have fired my X-Shot smoking barrel in 7 seconds with the whole chain. Okay, congratulations. Congratulations. Alright. Man, now I really want a Widowmaker. That's like, that was my favorite gun for the engineer. Because, like, it used your metal to fire, and you could, like, as long as you were picking up metal and ammo refills, you could kind of just technically run around with, like, a mini-sentry and just keep blasting. And it was, like, pretty okay damage-wise. Plus, I had a strange one that I unboxed, which I sold for, like, $45, I think. But, yeah. Alright. I love you all. I gotta go to the bathroom and pay attention to my family. For those of you that are still here, I'm not dead. Videos are coming. I'm literally gonna try to go film some stuff after this. Flinging early stream thought. It's funny that most memory people have in Nightingales as resulting magazines. This is true. There's a lot of stuff to keep track of, to be fair. But yeah, I tend to have I need to talk about the thing more. But you guys have a good night. Thank you very much. And again, thank you very much, Classic Free. I don't know if I'll be able to buy hardware for that $15, but we'll see what I can do. Thank you, buddy. I hope to see you more often. Take care, everyone. How do I end this again?